Hello and welcome back to Terrorhand, which is now in the phase of, well, magnifying and epicifying its walls, and so far that's going quite well. However, we did do pretty much the whole preliminary wall outline the last time, yet we did forget one important thing. And that is not to remove this dirt, which is also important, but that wasn't what I was talking about. What I was talking about was a feature that I kind of wanted, but totally forgot about to include in the preliminary design, which I had planned for over here. And, well, of course, you're all getting very curious now as to what that feature might be. That feature was a water collecting system, so that we can actually have water of our own. Now we need access to surface area over for that, and well, as it happens, we're kind of every square inch of our fortress is totally filled for, well, all kind of purposes. So therefore I had planned it over here, but I kind of didn't really include the walls for it, so we're gonna have to do that. And we're also gonna have to think of a way of entering those, well, this area if we need to do work on it, which we eventually will have to do, of course. So now the plan is, in terms of size, because it's gonna have to be a square, and, well, you know, just looking at the walls that we got currently, our walls, on each corner there's a nice tower. But over here, seeing how it's just such a small section, that's not gonna happen. So I'm thinking of just building a small tower over here somewhere, just in the wall, and then that will be it. You know, that will be like the entrance house for our watering system. Of course, we could also extend it just a little bit further in here, because we don't really need the outer wall if we are enclosing it. You know, we do need one wall to keep the water from just flooding the castle, but we don't really need a 3 thick outer wall. We only need it 3 thick to keep our enemies out, right? So, in that light, if we do a little bit of planning over here, I'm guessing till here. And then it's gonna be too thick so that we can walk on it, you know, and that will be safe. So, or we go to over here. That would also be a very nice option. I mean, that's quite a decent sized area as well, I think. So we're gonna go over here, and then we're gonna have a tower that is like, well, a 4x4. I guess that would do. That would be just enough to have a staircase in. And I'm actually gonna, because the walls are gonna be too thick, so this is the outer one and this is the inner one, which will draw a line over here, and the tower is just going to extend all the way till there. So it's going to be extending outwards only. There! I said it! We got ourselves a plan. Now, it is time for us to get this done, and for that we need a few things. First of all, we need scaffolding, and we need to deconstruct this stuff we built here. We also need to check when we were last attacked. Let's see, combat. This is current. Oh, this is... Wow. Oh my, wow. But that's the 3rd day. So we were attacked on the 2nd by goblins. Well, that's the only thing I'm really worried about. So, you know what? We'll quickly go about, set up our military. There. You guys don't need to patrol there anymore. I want you to patrol on this layer right below it, which we will set up right very now. Look. See, patrol route there. Got that sorted, and then, yeah, we'll set the Bruteshanks to patrol, because the Bruteshanks are patrol meisters. And yeah, I think this shouldn't take up that much work or time, so I believe that we can get this sorted before the gobby goblins show even their faces. So let's quickly get this done, alright? Oh man, what have I done? This just looks like utter rubbish. It's not symmetrical. Oh, I can't have that. I'm really sorry, but we honestly cannot have that. So, yeah. Balls, I should have checked this earlier. It's just now that I noticed. Man, why didn't I see this when I... balls. Right, so I guess we only need to shift it over one. So I guess that these are the only lines really that need to be relocated. But we are going to shift this because this is totally unacceptable. So yeah, let's get that quickly sorted. Alright, that's looking a lot better. Now then, we got this sorted, so I guess the Broodchanks can now finally come home. And let's quickly get them back into training. They're already crazy skills that are beyond measure for any other military person out there in the whole Gnomoria world. There, I think they deserve some praise, so now that they got it, moving on. We are, right now, in the possession of the final shapes of our walls, so I think it is time that we get them working, and we're gonna start out with the ones over here. Why here? Well, we gotta start out somewhere, right? So, on the other hand, maybe it would make sense to start out with the ones over here, and we still need to remove a lot of dirt. So, yeah, let's get that done first, shall we? Let's remove all this unnecessary dirt over here, and then we will start building the actual walls. Alrighty, so, the mud is removed. We are now truly ready to build up our walls. And you know what? We're gonna start out over here, because why not? And I think that it wouldn't be such a bad idea to first get, you know, the tower layer up and then work from the tower outwards, so to say. So, yeah, let's do that. And this will probably be quite a while before it's done, so it's probably going to be quite a long and hopefully nice time lapse. Alright, well, this is the very first section of the world done. It's not even a full section like this one, because this is crazy long. Nor is it as big as this one, but man did this take a long while. However, Just if we zoom up, you know, this is like true kingdom view with everything visible. If we then zoom out, oh my good lord, does it look epic and mighty. And that's from the inside. The inside looks good, though I wasn't really sure about putting torches on these blue lines, but now that it is finished, we are most definitely gonna do so. Just so that the whole thing looks lit up. Though, on the other hand, I might keep it like in the dark. I'm not really sure though, you know. Maybe I shouldn't, maybe I should. I don't know really. I guess we'll leave it as is for now, and I'll remove these torches. And maybe if I change my mind, maybe we will add them again. Maybe we won't. Anyway, now there is of course the outside. Oh yes, look at this. Fear-inspiring, blood-red teeth of Terrorhand. All encased in bones and beautiful, yeah. This looks good. Now of course this is gonna follow the lay of the terrain, so it won't always be equal everywhere. But I do think that this looks quite good. Imagine if you are one of those pansy goblins and you walk up to, well, to Terrorhand, and you know, far on the horizon the fortress is glooming and becoming bigger with every step they take. And then the moment they can distinguish details on the walls, you know, well, they can actually distinguish any details, they'll see these massive walls with giant teeth out there, and they'll be like, oh my good lord, we're walking to conquer that? How? No! And they run back straight away. Which I actually hope they won't do, because then we are out of stuff to kill. I mean, the mans surely aren't a challenge. By the way, what are you doing there? Wait, hold on a second. Is this... Hold on a second. Is this what I think it is? Yeah, this is Brandon Dickey, who is patrolling up over here without any gear or weapons. Derp, I totally forgot to make him any gear. That's something that we're gonna fix right now. Let's see, the leather crafters are over here. Though you are not the ones who make the armor. We should probably be at our armory. That's odd though, I thought that leather armor was made. Isn't it made over here? Yeah, it is. I'm just, I mean, I only looked at this and I was like, yeah, so it's just leather parts, but it isn't. So, what we're gonna do is, of course, and we're gonna use the other one, because this is for custom jobs, dang it. We're gonna make him a set of 2-leaded ogre gear, so let me quickly set that up. There, and that's that taken care of. However, we also need, of course, some weapons for him. So, Brandon Dickey, you need a steel crossbow, which I believe is made over here. Yeah, now what parts do we need for that, and do we have any? No, we do not have any. We do have the stocks and everything else. All that we really need is a steel crossbow bit. There. Alrighty. We'll craft that, and afterwards we'll queue up a steel... Well, actually, we can do that right now because all the parts are already there. So you will have an apple wood crossbow stick and wool string. There. Alrighty. Good. Well, I think that is that sorted, and I mean, we've passed a full season building up these, well, monumental walls, really. And Brandon Dickey has been just wandering about over here at the Bone Gate of Terror for a whole freaking season. I'm sorry, my apologies. Yeah, that's kind of bad, but well, it's better to discover it now than to never discover it at all. One thing I also did whilst we were building is over here I have made changes to this pasture because we had a goblin invasion, and at some point, we've had multiple, but one of them had Mr. Yak over here flee through this gate, and my theory on that is, because I haven't seen it happen, but my theory is that what happens is that when Mr. Yak flees, the goblins come in, and he is standing on this spot, so he'll notice them once they're standing here, and then it's either go over there or go over there, and I think that he calculates like you know, flight path, you know, if it's because it's both, well, away, you know, no, it isn't actually, I don't know really why he escapes. I just thought that this might work better, so I shortened it one, so in theory, because pretty much all the times they're gonna be entering from this side, so what should happen is that at best he's over here, which is still, you know, not on the same line as the goblin, so the yak should always flee in this direction. That's the theory. I haven't had it tested yet, because I did do it recently, but why haven't I continued building the rest of the walls? We need more resources, and I also kind of, well, you know, you won't believe how long this has taken, but and I'm looking at the clock right now. This is 6 hours of building. Yep, I kid you not. So the rest of the walls I'm probably gonna do off camera, because I don't even know how long this will be time-lapsed, but I do know that I'm not going to record it all in one go. Heck, this will probably be like, I don't know, a good week of playing, if not more. What we are gonna do though is over here, our water basin, we are going to make this proper. So what we're first gonna have to do is, because this is where we're gonna be, well, making our own water, or rather just collecting the rain, because that's what we're really gonna be doing. But that doesn't matter. I want water, well, you know, accessible aside from over here, because this is water that I want to use for things later. Now, what I want is, I want it to be down over here somewhere where I can add a drain to it, which is going to be lever controlled, and for that we first need to dig it out. So the issue, of course, with that is that once we start digging, because we only have top level access at the moment, once we start digging, yeah, issues will arise. So my plan is to, well, yeah, what is the plan? I don't know really. Well, this wall over here that we built, we can remove anyway, so we might as well get that going. And then we'll dig it down, and then we'll set it up proper, and that isn't going to be, well, a major thing, but I just want to show you what my plan is for catching rain, based on what I've seen so far, you know, in the natural Gnomoria nature. So we need to get some scaffolding up, because I don't want to use this scaffolding over here, because it's right at the corner bit, so we're just gonna build it somewhere in the center, like this, and there. And we can safely remove this now, because we won't be using it any further. There, and yeah, let's get this done quickly, so that we can then continue on to the next phase of this build. Alright, well, deconstruct these walls like so. And by the way, whilst we're at it, we might as well remove these floors there. They don't really serve a purpose anymore, so... Now, what I think how it's going to be is that this line of walls that we're deconstructing right now is also going to be part of the actual basin in where we are going to catch water. Well, it doesn't sound as sexy as make our own water, really, but well, I guess it's better to just stick to the truth of it. Now, is somebody going to actually remove these floor bits? Yeah, you are. Good bearded lad. Right, then we're gonna have to remove you. And just for the ease of it, you know, we're going to replace these floors with soil again so that I can just dig easily and I don't have to deal with deconstructing orders and whatnot. So, and over here is of course going to be a tower, and I'm going to dig out the basin only, I think. And then again, on the other hand, I could also dig away the walls, I guess. Yeah, we'll do that as well, you know, we'll dig out the walls too, so... not the outer ones though, you know, just the inner walls, because yeah, if I do the outer walls, we're gonna have gaping access places right into this thing, which we don't want. So, by the way, nah, we're good, I think. Yeah, I think. We'll see. Right, so, yeah, let's do some digging. Well, a crapload of goblins is just arriving, and they're actually arriving from this side. Interesting. They don't do that often anymore. Anyway, this is the perfect opportunity for us to monitor how our yak is doing. And I'm just checking over here that no, we didn't accidentally made a breach over there. But anyway, I want to see how our sensor bait is doing, so we're gonna unpause it and see how it does. Come on, don't you dare running. No, no, and it does it again. Balls! It's not working. Come back, you. Alright, so they're inside there right now. Yeah, you're running on it. Good. It doesn't really matter if he flees from when they enter though, it matters if the yak flees when they come back. Ooh, if the two-headed ogre is dying, then they're probably fighting over here. Oh, you're just a goblin soldier, really. Right, so there was quite the fight over here actually, which I kind of missed. I was so focused on our bait, really. Did any of our gnomes die? I hope they didn't. No, they didn't. They're fine. Of course they are. How could I ever doubt it? Right, so let's see how this is going right now. It seems that the... Ooh, is it what I think it is? Yeah, you are on the pressure plate. All the raiders are dead. They're trying to flee right now. I thought that this would have fixed it, but I guess perhaps what it was is that the game was lagging really badly, so that you behaved oddly, because I do know that at times the pathing can bug out as well, you know, because of lag and all that. You know, they can all of a sudden just teleport right over this pressure pad, for example, if the lag is bad. So maybe that's what's happening, and then it's really out of our influence. But I do think that, well, this works right now. So let's just see how it goes. Oh man, frame rate's going absolutely down the crapper, really. The goblin's dying. Alright. So far so good. Now, if you would be so kind to make it as far as out of here and onto the pressure plate, then our yak is doing its purpose and I can see the trap in action. However, how many enemies are there are still out there? Is it a lot? I can actually see that over here, I think. No, it doesn't show the total enemies. But it's too much to just send out our military. But not that much that we should be worried. Oh, I think they're gonna try and leave now. Maybe not. They can try, but it ain't gonna be successful. Oh yeah, Terrorhand, the mighty kingdom. It's almost like they know they can't leave, so they won't even try proper. I mean, they're all stopping right in front of the pressure plate, really. Which, oh no, 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 no. I don't know what you were doing, but... Oh, right now you're idle. Have we, by accident... I thought I had turned these off. I have. Is the smelter still on? Balls! It is. And that's what's causing it, because this is also turned off. Oh no, no! Please don't kill her. Please don't. No! Oh, the trickler is what saved you, really. The trickler is what absolutely saved you. How's your health? You're in good health. Run! Run like you never did before. Oh man. You are so lucky, awesome. That is just absolutely crazy, I'm telling you. Wow. Oh man, that's such a relief really as well, you know. I really feel like... Oh, our mechanics, man. Without the mechanics, Terrorhand would have been gone to dust and this would have been a wild nature area again. But because of these mechanics, you know, these brave gnomes can live here without the fear of constantly being murdered by evil greenskins and two-headed ox-strong mutants and whatnot. Nah, I think we're thinning their numbers quite good, but it still seems too much for me to just, well, you know, let them all go. The thing is, though, this is perfect training ground. How is Brendan Dickey doing? You're not really equipped with anything. I wonder what your squad setup is. Let's quickly take a look at that. Whilst we watch the goblins over there trying to get for the pressure plate, but clearly they're not reaching it. Now, I think Brendan was in the last squad here, the Chaotic Bridlers of Dawn. Yeah, they got boot camp set up, no wonder. We need you to be the terror snipers. There, right now you should start to grab gear instantly, pretty much. Good. Alright, how many of them are alive right now? Because I feel that we're starting to waste ammo on them. Yeah, we can deal with this. So we'll send out everybody. Because just firing arrows at two-headed ogres I feel is pretty pointless. Look, see, they're not even hurt by these arrows. So we're just gonna send them out there, clean up, and no freaking goblin has even made it out. Oh, and right now it's their demise, really, you know. It's the end of them. This is their undoing, really. Super elite, mega strong and skilled soldiers just murdering them quick and swiftly. There, look at that. Helmet gone. Yeah, you don't stand a chance. Right, and that was the goblins then, huh? Nice. Oh, and yeah, you fall asleep on the floor here. That might seem very odd, and it is actually. But this has a reason, because you were pathing to your place, the trickler opened, you didn't have a path, so you couldn't get to anything else out here, because there's nothing else out here to do, so you go to sleep. I mean, that's basically how it's worked, which I do find a bit odd. I mean, how can you fall asleep on the bridge? I wish there was like some kind of, you know, they would only sleep if they're really, really tired. Then perhaps he was. I don't know, really. It seems though that this needs optimizing slightly, but we survived, so that's good. And it also seems that our new yak positioning works, so we're gonna continue with digging. So, well, here we go then, right? The basic principle is going to be quite simple. However, I do need to set up the walls first, so we'll do that first, and then we are going to set up the basic principle, and we'll just build upwards. You know, it's going to be a big basin because, well, I kind of have a theory on how it works, but I won't spoil it until you see it in action. So yeah, let's quickly get the bottom set up with you know, the walls and all that, and then we will be able to start collecting our water. Alrighty, well, there it is. This is going to be the basic layout of our water trapping device, or our aqua generator, because that sounds just so much better. And well, how it works is, and you can actually see it over here, rain, whenever it falls, it will usually evaporate, but the thing that got me thinking was over here, where I once had to build this land bridge to have grass grow over here to this roof. There was this tree. It's now an underwater tree. It's become its own mini mangrove. And yeah, I was kind of wondering how that happened, and then of course I realized it was the rain, and that apparently you can trap it in these 1x1 spaces. So this, on a larger scale, should trap quite a bit of rain. Now, the reason why I have made this out of raw stone is that we can actually dig away raw stone from above. I mean, I'm not really too concerned about the marble being lost. We got a crap load of it. And if we ever empty this basin, we could always just retrieve the marble if needed. The thing is, though, that I think if we have this all filled up with water and we dig one away, it will become a small lake. Of course, it won't be filled up, but if we dig them all away, we should get a solid small lake, and then if it rains some more, it will fill up over time, and we should be looking at a full lake in, well, I don't really know how fast this will go. I've never built one of those, and I don't, well, in theory it should work, you know, just observing from what I've seen in the game's mechanics, this should work, but I don't really know. There's only one way to find out, and that is to test it. However, that's gonna take a lot of time to test this. But as it happens, we still got a lot of work to do that's gonna take up a lot of time, huh? I'm looking at you, walls. Oh man. So, yeah, we will find that out next time. But next time might be in quite a while because of these walls. Now, I'm not sure whether or not I will make a time-lapse out of it, or whether or not I will do it off camera. What I am pretty sure about it though, or what I am pretty sure about though, is the fact that this is going to take like next to forever. So probably next video won't be next week, maybe the week after, or even the week thereafter, once this is finished, or, well, the time lapse of me finishing it. So, having said that, I think this is the perfect moment to wrap up this video with a small tuning done to the enhancement of the trickler, a water basin, and some truly epic walls. And I think we will leave it with the sight of these epic walls keeping out this very dangerous foe, the honey badger. So yeah, see you next time.